Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here, wild out in my lab. Got two hats on, the hoodie and my hat, because this is about to get deep. So it's a esoteric message here and symbology in it. Okay, so let's go. Radism, 25 roots to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life, and this is going to be a good one. I hope you enjoy it. I'm loving this one. I'm excited. Let's go. Now, what was that? I forgot my play. Okay. That isn't 25 Rule Live by Storytelling. Story with a message is story for life. I give you life lessons. I appreciate you tuning in and get your lessons. Now, let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. I guess you can tell. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. If this ain't motivating you and inspiring you, I don't know what I can do to help, but I'm doing the best I can. Let's go. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that I'm on is to have all right thinkers know thyself. Right thinkers, if you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. So we put it together, we can get it done. Tune in, I got you. Let's rock. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and as always, to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about. I told you I was coming. This is the destruction of evil men and women. Hope you're ready for this. From the hieroglyphic text entitled The Destruction of Evil Men and Women. Now, men and women are speaking words of complaint. What do you mean? They complain about Ra, okay? Saying, behold, his majesty, life, strength, and health to him. They hail him in 1 minute, has grown old. God has got old. Ra is aging. So they put him in human form to get the concept. You see where we're going with this? So watch this. Now, wait. Now, as his bones have become like silver, and his members have turned into gold, and his hair is like unto real lapis lazuli. That's gray, the white color, okay? Now, his majesty, again, life, strength, and health to him. They always say, all praise due to Allah, whatever they say, but we've been doing this a long time. So they was praising him. Okay, give him a prop. And then they say unto those who were in his train on the boat, cry out and bring to me my eye. Okay? What? He crying for his eye for. Oh, yeah. Okay? Now, and Shu and Tough Newt, you know who they are? Shu is air that we breathe, the wind. Tough Newt is the moisture that comes from the sky, the rain, okay, the snow, all that. That's Tough Newt. These is elements of God while he's creating. But he put everything in place and we gave them identity. So you got Geb, he represents earth. Some people call him Seb. Well, okay, conceive, kusah, tomato, tomato, but it's okay. But they know he represents earth, Newt, and what's for heaven, the father gods, and also the mother god. He called them for everybody who were with me. Even what? When I was in the new. The new is the ocean, the watery abyss that y'all read about in the Bible, but we call it the noon. That's God. Okay? I was in the noon and what? Side by side with my God, new. Okay? Still representing God. Let there be brought along with what? With my eye, what? its ministers. Okay, here you go. I told you, when you hear noise, it's me and the boys. That's Ra with his God and goddesses, okay, aka his boys. And let them be what led to me here secretly. Why? So that men and women may not perceive them coming. What's going on here? And may not therefore what take to flight with their hearts, come thou with me to the great house. God got a house, and my father got a house with many mansions, a mansion with many rooms. I'm preparing a place for you. Sounds familiar? But yeah, come with me to the great house where he gonna end up residing. Watch this. And let them declare their plans. For what? Fully. What they planning for. For I will go from new into the place wherein I brought about what? My own existence. Let there be. Bam. And let those gods be brought unto me there. Where? That great house. Where? Y'all call it heaven. Okay? But watch this. Now the gods were drawn up on each side of who? Ra. Okay? And they what? Watch this. They bowed down before his majesty until what? Until their heads touched the ground. Total submission. Every head shall bow, every knee will bend. And watch this. And the maker of men and women. Who is that? The king of those who have knowledge spake his words in the presence of what? The father of the firstborn gods. They're having a tat-a-tat with the Enos. All the gods come together and watch what they're doing. And the God spoke unto the presence of his majesty, saying, speak unto us, for we are listening to your words. Then Ra, watch this, spoke unto Nu, saying, oh, you firstborn God, from whom I came into being, O ye gods of ancient times, my ancestors, take ye heed to what men and women are doing. Right there, here we go. He got a problem. He had a problem a long time ago with us, his children, okay, his creation. Why? Because of what we were doing, obviously. So this has been going on for a while. Now, this is the first time. What's this? Now, for behold, those who were created by me, by my eye, are now uttering words of complaint against me. That's why today to talk about God is blasphemy. Yeah, but y'all got it all wrong. The original one, if I did all this for you, I created you, I provided for you, I sustained for you. That's like a child going against the parent. It's not going to be received well who? By the parent. This is what they tell you. Honor thy mother and thy father. Why? Because thy life will be long. Because if you don't, death to you. Simple as that. And I'm just saying, I agree. Well, I told my son, my man, if you ever raise up against me, I'm got to take you out. I'm not tolerating that. And I let that be known. Why? Got it from my dad. That's why. Okay? But no, I don't mean that literally. Why? Because we ain't rolling like that. But that's the concept. And watch what happened. He's telling you how us as humans, watch this, we all do it. So they all talking against me. They complain about me. Really? Okay. Okay. You want to complain? You got a problem? Watch this. I give you a problem. Say hello to my little friend. In the words of Tony Montana. God is pissed, okay? Watch this. Tell me what ye would do in this manner. Talking to his guys, his boys. And consider this thing for me. And seek out a plan for me. For what I will not for. First of all, he says, seek out a plan for me. I'm going to stop right there. For now, what he about to do? I will not slay them when until I have heard what ye shall say to me concerning this problem. So he want advice. He want counseling. And until he get it, I ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do until I hear from y'all. So he gave him right, okay. Sodom and Gomorrah. He gave him a chance, didn't he? Find me 10 good men, and I won't destroy it. Couldn't do it. Find me one. Couldn't do it. What did he do? Destroy it. So that's just a biblical story. This is where it comes from. That ain't the first time it happened. So understand. Now, what's this? Now, what do you say? Then the magistrate of Nun to the son Ra spoke, saying, you are the God who are greater than he who made thee. So you are the sovereign of those, your people, who were created by thee, you. You see the word thee? Thee, T-H-Y, that's God. I want to get a little tidbit, this little quick lesson. When they say, man, woman, know thyself, that means to know God in yourself. Sorry, I get excited, but I'm not even trying to drive that point home because we misinterpret esoteric and symbolic meanings that we really think we got something. Ain't got nothing but the wrong idea. Get the truth, get the understanding, and it'll make a whole world of a difference to you as an individual. Trust me, a lie, you got to work too hard to make it come true because you can believe in it and you're going to make your belief going to make it happen. But if you had the truth, it ain't that hard to work the truth. Sorry about that. Then the magistrate of Nun spoke, saying, okay, watch this. And they all was created by thy. The throne is set, and the fear, watch this. We all what? God-fearing. We all God-fearing. Why we God-fearing? But we all break all the rules of God, so we don't really fear God. In word, we say that in theory, but to truly understand that, you will change your life around. I did. It made me change. Why? Got true fear now. I realize, my man, this is for real. That's why. And for what's this? And fear of thee is great. It better be. What's this? Let thine eye, what? Go against those who have what? Uttered blasphemous against thee. That means all sinners. Anybody complaining about God, what he doing or ain't doing, about to get done. Why? Because they ain't what? Respecting and showing homage to their creator. There's no fear. If you talk crash about me, you don't fear me. If you fear me, you wouldn't utter a word against me. Why? Fear what's going to happen. Hence, God fearing. Let's go. It's all internal. Up here. Up here. Sorry about that. But what's this? Now, and the majesty, Ra, behold, they have taken themselves where? To flight. They done hauled ass. They done got out of the camp. They flight into where? The mountains, the lands, for their hearts are now what? Afraid. Why? Because of the words in which they have uttered. And you, if you say it, you better mean it. Stand on it. Why? Because you're responsible for it. Simple. Don't say things you don't mean. Don't say things that you don't. That's not good. Understand it, please. Because you got to be responsible for what come out your mouth. And all those people who utter blasphemous things about God, they can't run, they can't hide. Watch this. But they did it, and now they're fearful. Why? Because of the consequences. If we teach our young the consequences of their actions, their words, and their deeds, we have a lot of this nonsense stop instantly. Why? They start doing the right thing with a purpose and a reason. You ain't got to lie to them and fake them out to do right. Why? They find you lied to them and they're going to just say, well, they're going to rebel. That's called rebelling. Why? Because they've been lied to and they realize don't nothing upset nobody more than what? Right don't like being talked about in a negative way. So being lied to is really a bad situation. Moving on. I'm going to get my point across. And watch this. Now, the gods spoke in the presence of his majesty. You know what they said? Let thine eye go forth, and let it destroy for thee those who rebel thee with what? Words of evil and deeds that they know is against your will. For there is what? No eye whatsoever that can go before it and reset thee, and it when its journeyeth in the form of Hathor, when he sent her to go do what she did, destroy all evil people. Everybody talking blasphemy against me, get them. And what? Kill them, destroy them. God don't care. If you ain't serving me, be gone. Simple as that. That's the be loving God, ain't it? He don't care. What? If it ain't for me, it ain't gonna go down. So what's this? Now, so thereupon this goddess went forth, where? Into the land and did what? Slew who? Men and women. Who were what? Who were on the mountains and in the desert land, who had ran to try to hide after saying all the blasphemous things against Ra. See where I'm going with this? And the magistrate of this God said, okay, come in peace. Why? Oh, Hathor, for what? The work is accomplished. We got our point across. She didn't care, okay? Then this God has said to Ra, nah, no, you made me to live for when I gained the the mastery over men and women, it was sweet to my heart. I mean, it felt good to take out Ra's enemies. But Ra was saying, it ain't all the enemies now. You taking out the good people. She didn't understand that, okay? And I should like to what? Continue feeding upon men and women. Now, this is Ra's eye, which is Hathor, okay, which has ultimate power. Okay, she turned herself into a lioness and just started devouring. So the story gets better. And then the magistrate of Ra said, I myself will be master over them as their king, since I will destroy them also, if need be. Okay, so that's where he come in. Where you at? Right here. Where you at? I was just like, okay. And it came to pass what? That she of the offerings bowed and acquiesced, but had hoodoo. What she do? She waited about in the what? The night season. When night came, she went back on the prowl. Watch this. In the season, in their blood. And beginning at the eve of the evening, then the magistrate of Ra spoke, saying, cry out and let them come to me swiftly and speedy messengers who shall be able to run like the wind. Who could that be? And straightway these messengers were brought unto him. And the magistrate of this God spoke, saying, let these messengers go to Edbu, where Hathor was tearing up, and bring unto me the mandrakes of the great numbers, in great numbers, meaning get me, mandrakes is drugs, some stuff that he had cocked up that he wanted to give to Hathor. Watch this now. And let these messengers, okay, blah, blah, blah. And he put them in, he brought them into what? His magistrate, and this God gave them to what? The Sekhet, that's the boat that they're going to travel in. Okay? Now, that boat you saw earlier. The goddess who dwelleth in Anu, Heliopolis, she was to crush, and behold, when the maiden servants were bruising the grain and making the beer, putting together the mandrake and placed in the vessels, they made 7,000 vessels of fake blood, beer, for what? Hathor to drink her fill. Okay? Now, when the magistrate arrived, king of the south and north had come into the God, looked at the vessels of beer, and behold, daylight was coming. Okay, now she about to go get her drink. She done killed, so now she's thirsty. She's going to go get something to drink. All right, when daylight appeared after the slaughter of men and women by the goddess in their season, as she sailed up the river, and then the magistrate said, it is good that she has displayed the power of righteousness. When she come through, if you ain't on point, she taking you out. So she did her job again. And Ra said, let them take up the vessels and carry them to the place where the men and women were slaughtered by Hathor. And the majesty of the king of the south went there, took her to her, made everything comfortable, gave her what she had to drink. And the beer, the blood, looked like the blood. And she drank it, her heart rejoiced, and she became drunk. Don't we all when we drink too much? And she gave no further attention, what? To men and women. But the story goes, the story goes, every now and then I might have to break the book, because she drank so much and fell out. She slept for what? 3 days. And when she woke up, she had no more desire to kill men and women. And they said that the magistrate of Ra, of this goddess, come in peace, Come in peace, O woman. Then said to Majesty of Ra to this goddess, come in peace, Amet, most beautiful one. Now, if you know the story, Amet is a devourer, a female goddess who what? Eats the hearts of the evil. She's still doing her job. And that's not randomly, but now she's in the hall of Mayat taking care of business. And thereupon, the beautiful woman came into being in the city of Amet. We know it all as Amen. And the magistrate, God spoke again in homage to this goddess, saying what? Let there be made for her vessels of beer, which produceth sleep, and every holy time and season of year. So every year, in her honor, they had a festival, and everybody would drink and get drunk and fall out. Sound familiar? St. Patty's Day, everybody got to get drunk and shit face. Okay, all that nonsense. But everybody have a way to celebrate in festivity. Okay, and the occasions of the festive of Hathor, the vessels of beer, which made them what? Sleep in number according to the number that they have drunk. Bam. Now, let me get right to this next lesson. I'm get to now where we are. Okay. Now, and the magistrate was spoken to the goddess, saying, I am smitten with the pain of the fire and sickness. What he's saying, when I said, another story, I bring this one in, when she wanted the secrets from Ra, she had a snake bite him. And he's going through pain. He called everybody, somebody got to help me, I need help. Now, if you, Ra, you need help, just remember mythology, story. Some things here that you can play devil's advocate, you can do, but the idea is to get to understand it and see the symbology and get the message in the story. That's what it's all about. You can critique and cross-examine and play the little mind game. That's the waste of time. I don't do that. I teach for you to learn, understand, and then after you understand it, you can critique all you want. But don't critique it before you understand it. That's my point. And it said right here, I live by my heart and has become what? Exceedingly weary, meaning he getting old with existence. And these men and women who have forgotten me and become boastful and prideful and full of themselves, talking against me, I don't want to be around them. I have slain some of them. Okay, but guess what? There's still remnants of their worthless ones. So he's still upset about what? Not being praised and worshiped. Okay, for the destruction which I wrought amongst them was not as great as what? As my full power. I could have, annihilated them. But then the God who were in his followers said unto him, be not overcome by the inactivity, for thy might is in what? Proportion to thy will. And the majesty of this God, Ra, said unto the majesty of Noon, they having a conversation, my members are getting weak, and I have suffered pain since my primeval days. I'm getting old, and I may not recover until what? The next period comes. We got cycles. Right now, we good. But after a while, God's going to wake up from his sleep. And like Krishna, the Indian concept, as long as Krishna sleeps, world is at peace. What's going on now? When he wake up, everything would destroy and start all over again. Another concept. So that's what God was relating to. Oh, I may have to come back to the next time. And watch this. The magistrate told God, Noon said, son, Shu, be thou the eye for your father, and assist him. And you, goddess Newt, place him on your back. And the goddess Newt said, whoa, how can I do that? Oh, thy father knew. Hail, said Newt, and to the god Newt, and then the goddess straightway became what? A cow, Mishkanet. Okay, that's how she get into the game. And she sat the magistrate upon her back. And when these things had been done, men and women saw the god Ra upon the back of the cow going up to heaven. And then these men and women said, remain with us, and we will overthrow thy enemies who speak words of blasphemy against thee, and we'll destroy them. So you got God's servants who are going to protect God's honor by destroying anybody who go against him. That's why he put the cobra here, protection. Conceptually, in this magistrate set out what? To his great house. Hence, you see me pointing up there. Right, he up there. Okay, I ain't got no problem with that. And the guys who were in his train on his boat remained with the what? They stayed behind with the men and women. During that time of earth was in darkness, ignorance. We wasn't smart. We were doing dumb stuff as the people. And when the earth became what? Light again, daylight showed that morning had dawned, and the men came forth with what? Their bows and their other weapons, and they set their aims in what? In motion to shoot the enemies of Ra. So there was always a war going on, okay? Good and evil, always. Where we at? I got a few more minutes. Let me wrap this up for you. I got a little more, one more page. And they said, the majesty of this God, your transgressions of violence are placed what? Behind you. For the slaughtering of the enemies is above the slaughter of sacrifice. Thus come into being what? The slaughter of my enemies. If you're not with Ra, you're on the wrong team. And the majesty of this God said unto Nu, I have placed myself upon your back in order to stretch myself out and take me away. And the majesty of this God said, call to me the God. Y'all ready? My dude, Tahuti. When God's leaving here, he's going to leave somebody behind. Ain't that what he said? I believe a comforter, whatever the word is. But God's leaving. He said, call me Tahuti. And one was brought to the God to him forthright. Bam, right there. And the majesty of this God said unto who? Tahuti, listen, let us depart to the distance from heaven, from my place, because I would make light, and the God of the light in the duat. The duat is the darkness. He gonna put the moon in place now. That's what Tahuti represents, other than his mind. And watch this. I'll bring light to the duat and the land of the graves. He's the overseer. But watch this. You, Tahuti, shall write down. That's why you see him. He's the scribe of the gods, appointed by Ra. Watch this. He's Ra's mind. And watch this. I would write down the things which are in it. And what happened? You shall have the power to punish those who are what? Sinful. Sin has always been against Ra's language. And he always punish him. You know what by? Death. That is to say, the workers who have worked iniquity, rebellions, and living unrighteous, I will keep away from what? Thy servants, whom this heart and mind loathes. He hate those kinds of people. That's why he's separating himself. And when we can get to him now is through what? Good deeds, action. And when you die in this way, you go join him. He ain't hanging out down here no more. Okay, I got another Masonic gate lesson for that. I won't pass this way again. I'll leave one, a plumb line. Somebody directly to me, a messenger, a guru, a sage, somebody. But watch this. Now, you shall be in my place. Ast. I spell A-S-T. That's Aset. And it means throne or support. Aset is the ultimate supporter, and she's the ultimate ride or die chick. She with you, okay? She represents wisdom and intuitive knowledge also eternity, okay? Immortality, excuse me. And you shall therefore be called, you ready? Tahuti, the As of Ra, meaning, moreover, I give thee the power. Ra gives Tahuti the power to send forth what? Light, knowledge. That's his mind. Thereupon shall come into being what? The ibis bird of Tahuti. I moreover give thee again power to what? Lift up thy hand before the two companies of the gods, who are better than you, and what you do shall be what? Fairer than the work of the god Kun. Therefore shall the divine bird of Tahuti come into being, which you know the ibis. Moreover, I give thee also the power to embrace the two heavens, which thy beauties and with thy rays of what? Light, aka knowledge. Therefore, you shall come into the being, the moon god of Tahuti at night. Moreover, I give thee power to drive back what? The Hin Nebu, which means the unrighteous northerners. Mean them guys from down north. Up north is down in Africa, South is up. So they are against the down people from the Northern. They shall what? Therefore shall come into being what? The dog-headed ape. You know who that was? The jaguar, but back then it was a dog-headed ape called Anang. We know him as Anubis or Apu of Tahuti. He's Tahuti's what? Guardian. And he shall act as what? Governor for me. Moreover, you are now in my place in what? In sight of all those who what? Who see thee and who present offerings to thee. And every being shall what? Ascribe praise unto thee. Oh, you who are God. You're representing me. They're going to do everything that they would do to me, they're going to do to you. In American Gangster, when my man got pissed off at the party with his brother, he said, listen, from now on, don't not talk to me. Only one person talk to me. You talk to him, he talked to me. That's what God did. So they stole a whole bunch of ideas and concepts from our ancient Egyptians, even that. So at this lesson, I hope you got the concept. I got more, but this is the story of how destruction of man, of evil men and women. You will be destroyed if you perform sinful acts. Not in the physical form, but you will not get to God. So you will continue to be here recycling over and over again, hence reincarnation. That's the lesson. And right thinkers in closing, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you have passed away. If you ain't a right thinker, you probably got destroyed too. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got more.